All right, so talking ammo, a little bit of group testing, some magazine philosophy. So, first off, rifle, 16-inch, BCM, Bushmaster lower, Cold Hammer forged, 16-inch, Polonium K, Razor 1-6 with a Ranger reticle, not a precision optic. I'm digging it though. So, to preface this, Hornady, I usually run Hornady 75 grain, 5.56, hollow points. I love that stuff. It works really well. Killed a couple deer with it. That was fantastic. I'll probably make a post about that later. Post the entry and exit wounds. It's pretty brutal. It's good stuff. But they've been having some QC issues lately, and I kind of want to get away from that, if you know what I mean. So I've shot 62 grains. I've shot everything from 62 up to 77s now. And the 77s I'll talk about. But these actually were really surprising, being 73 grains. I was very impressed with them. So, start out. First ammo was a Federal Premium Gold Medal 77 grain center strikes. Just normal open tip match. And this is at 100 yards with the 1-6 supported off of a bag. I put a piece of tape up here and dropped my elevation down a little bit so that my impact would be lower, so I wouldn't shoot up my aiming point. Anyways, so we had, what was that, about 1 3/4, 2 MOA for here. I wasn't super impressed. I thought I was shooting something wrong because everybody kind of just raves about this stuff. And performing well out of their rifles. Also, that's a 1-7, so it should do really well with the heavier bullets. But that's what I got with it. Not horrendous, it's serviceable, not terrible. And then here is the second one. This one, I didn't know what the hell was going on because it made almost like a dice roll, number 5. But that one is definitely 2 MOA. So it's it's very consistent. I'll give them that. It's very consistent, but my rifle just doesn't really dig it. Doesn't really like it. That's okay. That's why I'm doing this. So the stuff I was surprised with though was this Critical Defense 73 grain FTX stuff from Hornady. So this was the first group at 100. Those two are through the same hole. Those two are through the same hole. And that is about, what is that? About an inch. 1.1/8, something like that. Pretty close. Pretty good too. It was pretty in line with my drops. The windage wasn't really off at all. Again, had a piece of tape up here. Shot lower. But I was very, very impressed with that. And then down here, this is the other one. I was kind of mad about this one. I felt this one. I put a little bit too much input into the buttstock and jumped it. So I was like, well, shit. But I'm including it here because I'm not a bitch. I'm going to show you the stuff where I fucked up. So if we exclude that, that is a little under 1 inch, which is pretty damn good. If we include it, that's about what, 1.5. So still pretty good, even with me not doing my job on that one. But I was pretty impressed. I will buy some more of this stuff. I'll probably buy some more of this and give it a shot. Load a couple mags, do a couple 10 or 20 round groups with it. See what it looks like. But I'm pretty impressed with it so far. So that out of the way. Magazines. It's important. What gives your rifle fuel? So, all of my, this one ain't loaded. All of my duty ammo goes into these Tan Gen 3P mags. Because, with a black piece of tape around it because I can feel the difference and I can see the difference. It's very stark compared to my other mags. Most of them are painted. So, okay, I know this is my duty ammo. I know not to shoot it up unless I'm cycling through it on a normal basis. And then my other two main ones are these guys right here, Gen 2s and Surefeeds / OKs. I got about 20 of these ribbed ones and about 20 more of the tans, normal straight wall ones. I got Brownells, I got Colt mags, just a bunch of different stuff, but I really dig both of these. Some people complain about the Gen 2 Ps. I never really had a problem with them. I did have one that I threw away that had a cracked feed lip, but in my defense, I kind of ran it over empty on accident. Yeah, so it cracked it, broke it, but that was the only thing. It would fire like 3 rounds and then it would stovepipe them like up into the chamber. So, whatever. I threw it away. Anyways, but I got a lot of these, and a lot of these. These two I started getting into because I used to run almost exclusively Eagle mag pouches, the double mags. And, everybody that's owned these and used them knows that they're not that big. They will fit one Gen 3, but they won't fit 2. But, you can do that by... I cut the elastic off of this one for something else, but... if you keep the elastic, you do the water trick. You stuff your mags in there with a couple pens, pencils, soak it in water, and let it dry. That's what I did to this one. So now it fits just about everything I want. It'll even fit my radio in here if I needed it to. Anyways, I've gotten away from those now. So these are mainly just training mags. These don't get overly abused. I keep them fresh. I still have quite a few of them in the packaging just so I can cycle them out as I need to, if I ever need to. But these are my two main ones. I like to keep these because they also work better on just stacking them. Like if you got a set of Cries, that little mag pouch in there, I'll usually throw an extra one in there just for a little bit of extra ammo. But anyways, that's those. 20s. I think these are Simmons. Yeah, this is a Simmons. But I have Colts, Simmons. I have an old one too. I can't remember what it is. And then Gen 3s. I like these. They look dope in your rifle. They just look awesome. But these are mainly my hunting mags / shooting for groups mags. I'll take these and, because I can get lower with the bag. I'm not limited to a 30. I don't have a bipod, so I like being able to get low on a bag. Really make it super steady. And hunting, because these are very loud. Something smacks against them, they kind of ting. You can hear the rounds rattling around inside of them. That's fine, but for hunting, it's nice to have something a little bit quieter. It's a little bit more quieter, and if you hit that, it sounds like a lot different. So that's that. But the one that I use the most, typically, are 40 rounders. I like 40 rounders a lot. They make your rifle look kind of stupid, but I don't really give a shit. These are awesome. I have a couple of them. I keep one in the rifle because why not have an extra 10 rounds on tap? Especially because I've never really had a problem with these. Even in FRT, I've never had a problem with them. They seem to be a little bit more susceptible to dirt, but that's why I keep this one in the rifle, so I can just drop it, throw it in my dump pouch, whatever, and I have an extra 10 rounds on tap when, if anything kicks off, your, different strokes for different folks on your shit hit the fan kind of thing, but whatever. It's kind of nice for that. I've never had a problem with those. I haven't really heard a whole lot of problems with them. Anyways, not important. Rifle though, she's beat up. She has about 5 different layers of paint on it. I've had this rifle for years, the lower and longer. But if you guys want to see a video on this, let me know. I'll do a quick run through. It's kind of a just a hodgepodge of different shit over the years. Like this this lower I bought when I was probably 15 or 16 years old. Had a carbine A2 front post on it. Anyways, out of the scope of the video, but that's all I got for you guys today. You guys have a good one.